wife. The man shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Now this is in Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, in the second chapter of Genesis. At that time, there was no law, there was no temple, there was no prophet, there were no apostles, but God established marriage even before he brought the church in. That shows the priority that God places on marriage. Marriage couldn't wait for Moses. Marriage couldn't wait for the law. Marriage couldn't wait for the temple. Marriage couldn't wait for the sacrifices. None of those things were in existence in the second chapter of Genesis. God decided way back then, even before there was a law or a preacher, to establish marriage. How do you know establish marriage? Because they cleave to his what? Well, if that's his wife, that means they married. Who married him? God married her. So the first marriage was performed by God, and God established marriage between a man and his wife. Nowhere in the Bible can you find a man marrying a man or a woman marrying a woman. Somebody might say, well, Reverend, that's Old Testament. Somebody find Ephesians 5:31. Because you're right, we don't live in the Old Testament. You're absolutely right. That's the Old Testament. That's the law. Somebody find Ephesians 5:31. Who's got it? Who's got to get the microphone? Okay.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined to his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
Now this is in Ephesians, the New Testament. It said, for this cause, a man shall what? Is that the same thing Genesis said? Word for word, the same thing Genesis said. So what God said in the Old Testament, God says in the New Testament. The same thing. For this cause, a man shall leave his father and his mother and be joined unto his wife, not his girlfriend, not his life partner. The word wife appears in the Bible 529 times. The word girlfriend is in there 0 times. Old lady is in there 0 times. The word wife is in there 539 times. Old lady, and then the significant other. That's what they like to say today. I didn't find that in King James Version. So the only thing in that is a wife. And the wife has to have a husband. So wife appears in the Bible 529 times. Husband appears in the Bible 139 times. Well, back then a man could have more than one wife. Well, he could. Isn't that right? Solomon had how many wives? How many? 700 wives, and then 300. So he had 1,000 women. So that's why wife in the Bible more times than her. Evidently, they wasn't sisters that Solomon had. Because ain't no sister going to put up with that. It would have been some fighting going on in that house. They'd have turned Solomon out of there. So wouldn't y'all? Y'all have turned Solomon out of there? Talking about bringing in 300 concubines and 700 wives. Ain't no man that good. And I ain't putting us down, brothers. Sarah ain't gonna let me have no concubine. And so we see it in the Old Testament. It is also in the New Testament. So when they say it's in the Old Testament, then we can tell them it's also in the New Testament. Now somebody find Leviticus 18 and 22. Because you need to be able to defend your faith and what you believe. You need to know what you're talking about. And be able to discuss it and defend it. Leviticus 18 and 22, who's got that? So, where are you? Let me give you the microphone. I want everybody to hear you. Yes, you do. Unless you got a preacher's voice. All right.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination.
Okay. Leviticus 18 and 22 said, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. God is talking. So God said for a man to lie with another man as lying with a woman is an abomination. An abomination means a detestable thing. An abomination means something to be abhorred. An abomination means something God hates. So God said, for a man to lie with a mankind as with a womankind is an abomination. That's why Kim Davis said, no, I'm not going to issue a license to a man marrying another man. They said, well, again, that's Old Testament. Well, somebody find 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Because no, we don't live in the Old